Hey y'all, welcome back to the DIY Entrepreneurs Reaction Show. I'm so glad you decided to tune in with me today. Go ahead and hit that like button and become a subscriber to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. I would really appreciate that. Today we're going to be reacting to another Shark Tank pitch, so let's check it out.
Up next, a new approach to a fast food favorite.
Hi, my name is Lucas Bradbury, founder and CEO of Project Pollo, America's first vegan chicken fast food chain. Wow. Sharks, I'm here to protest. We demand change. And when it comes to quick serve restaurants, there's only two options available. One, something that's affordable, made from very questionable meat-based product, or two, something that costs a wing and a leg that's on the healthier side. And as Americans, we all deserve affordable access to plant-based foods. And that's why we created Project Pollo, real delicious food made from real plants. Now, our original project is a hand-breaded crispy chicken patty that's made from 100% soy, and it's truly to die for. But no animals had to die for it to be this good. Now, we didn't just stop there. We also have burgers, wraps, salads, shakes, and oh yeah, my personal favorite, buffalo mac and cheese. And take a look at that. And Sharks, our mission was simple. We wanted everyone, regardless of their income, to be able to afford these options. After all, the future of mass consumption is plant-based. Now, Sharks, it's time that we demand better. It's time that we free the chickens. It's time that we start putting people over the profits and start doing pollo with a purpose. And that's why I'm here today, embrace yourself, Sharks, seeking $2.5 million in exchange for 5% of my company.
Hello.
Now, Sharks,
$2.5 million?
$50 million valuation.
Oh.
50 million.
50 million. I have the opportunity for all to try the product I've made for you guys today. So in front of you, the half sandwich is going to be our deluxe chicken sandwich. You have our chicken nuggets on there, served alongside of our fries, and then, of course, the buffalo mac and cheese sitting there. Happy to answer questions for you guys, but please enjoy.
Really good.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Wow.
Coming from a true chef, that's amazing.
Yeah, Chef Wonderful likes it. I've tried a lot of fake chicken. This is the best I've had.
No, I appreciate that. It's proprietary for us, and that's one of the reasons we really are taking this initiative to scale out as quickly as we are.
Really?
Lucas, do your customers get fooled by the name? I would assume pulling up to your place that Project Pollo meant it was chicken.
Yeah, and so we did that strategically because we wanted to engage with the guests, and we explain at the counter, this is 100% plant-based. We have people that are reluctant that want to step back and say, oh, no, it's not for me. That's our interaction with them to say, let us give you a sample, let us buy your first meal. It's on us. If you don't like it, no problem.
Okay, Lucas, look, the food's great, okay? I got it. 50 million valuation. With this honey sweetie poopsie, let's get right to it. You must have a ton of sales.
I really thought that there was a void in the market for someone to really take some initiative and go on a national level, positioning themselves to put plant-based foods out there.
Is there a number coming soon?
There is. Let me tell you this little backstory here.
Baby.
And,
the number gets smaller the later it comes.
So, typical story, max out credit cards, take every bit of savings out of the family's account. My wife never knew about it, dumped it all, bought a food truck. Response was great. That was September 18th last year. And then opened another location December, January,
these trucks or locations?
These are all physical brick and mortar locations now.
Corporate owned.
Corporate owned.
One a month?
We have our 11th and 12th locations opening next week. Right now, if we stopped current progress with these opening stores, we'd be doing just roughly shy of 10 million.
Let's talk about what you've done year to date.
Year to date, we're shy of 3 million.
Whoa, hold up. He said a little over a year ago he got the box truck. A little over a year ago, I'll give it 15 months. And now they have built out 12 brick and mortar stores. He going real fast. I think that will scare me to be an investor. The numbers may be sounding great. He said to date though 10 million. Did he say 10 million within a year? Hold on, but he said year to date is 3 million, a little shy of 3 million. assuming those are going to be sales, I wonder if he's making money. He can't be making money opening up the 12th store. And so for an investor to initially hear that, you got started a little over a year ago, you're opening up the 11th and 12th store next week. You can't be profitable yet. I just want to, this is going to be a good one, y'all.
That's going through the end of August. We're shy. Forward looking, we should be hitting 6, maybe.
And that $3 million is how many stores?
That's off of 8 stores.
Wait, you opened up all these stores in 1 year? I've never heard of such a thing.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so I don't want to drag this on for the next 5 years, wondering if my concept has validity, if it has scalability. So originally made the decision, like, we're going as fast as we possibly can.
So you didn't have proof of concept. So you needed a lot of money, you needed a lot of manpower.
Where you get that money from?
Taking an enormous risk all at once.
100%.
Where did you get all the other money? Obviously,
yeah,
not just for
let me walk you through the money. So bootstrapped out of my pocket to start off with.
So how much money did you put into it?
That was the food truck, right?
That was the food truck. Our first location in Austin. All in, I put about roughly ballpark about $60,000 up front, obviously not paying myself or anything, and then maxing out cards, different things of the sort to get us to that Austin location. Got it open. Obviously, Austin, Texas is a very receptive market for plant-based. Exceptionally well, right off the bat.
What were your sales?
So at first in Austin, we were doing only about $10,000 a week. Over about a 90-day period, that got up to about $23,000 a week, and it became a really, really good store for us because that store is about 27% profit margin. As we continue to scale, going into next year, I have out 18 additional locations we're going to be opening, but we have the foundation to do 24.
It seems to me, I'm sorry to be doubtful.
Sure.
And I'm an optimist.
Yeah.
But it seems way, way too spectacular for me.
I'm confused.
I promise you it too.
It does. Like figuring out where these locations would be, getting some type of real estate deal, onboarding a team, and then for your locations in other cities, like what?
And building it out. Like even
and not total chaos, which comes with
total
extreme
chaos.
growth.
I thrive in chaos. I'm an operator.
I'm just curious, what is your debt to have done?
What's his debt? Who he has on the team? He needs to be a full running operation. Again, he's coming in asking for $2.5 million for only 5% of the company. And I feel like the sharks, and he ain't even asking me for no money. I'm like, whoa, that is a lot of build out, development, delivering, all of that in 1 year. That is scary. I wonder what's his turnover rate with his employees. I wonder some of the biggest mistakes he's made. I would want to know what was one of the biggest mistakes that you made that you spent a lot of money on. I need to know what's going on and where he get all his money from. Who are the other investors? I'm ranting on here, and I'm sure they got through this in their 2-hour pitch that he probably did. But it's kind of scary to me.
And all of that so fast.
How much money
We
did
had
you raise?
$0 in debt.
Yeah,
You have zero debt?
Yeah, so I raised $1.75 million back in June at a $17.5 million valuation off a single investor. That capital can take us up through the end of next year. Back to your question when you asked, like, how is it done? COVID obviously was devastating for a lot of people. You had a lot of nationals that liquidated. I thought of it as an opportunity to go in and get those leases.
You were getting a great rate.
We got great rates. I signed 10-year deals.
Wow.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
What's your background? I mean, you are like, savant-like with all of this.
So I grew up super low income family. My dad was a bus driver, and my mom, she was a cook at our elementary. I got made fun of my whole life for my mom being our elementary cook. And so I wanted nothing to do with the restaurant business. College came around, needed money, became a delivery driver at a Pizza Hut. And my personality and my drive, I moved up really quick. And through all the positions, supervisor, managers, etc. I got myself in a great divide because I wanted to continue in the QSR space, but I just recently turned vegetarian at that time. And I had an opportunity to go work for a regional company out of San Antonio that was plant-based, and they were wanting to scale. Quickly in our scale, we went from one location, increased sales by 72% within 6 months, opened up 3 additional locations.
So this
he saw the market.
Speed of growth is not new to you. You've been doing this a while.
It's not new, but it's the interesting part. Like I
though.
said earlier, I want to find out real quick validity and scalability.
Lucas, let me take a stab at it, okay? I'm a pragmatic investor, financial balance sheet guy.
Sure.
I'm very impressed with your executional skills. I believe you. This rush to open units is quite impressive. But you're asking me to pay you a valuation as if you've already achieved a 10 million run rate. I'm choking on it, not the chicken. I'm choking on the valuation.
All sharks are still in, but they are concerned about the ambitious timeline and high valuation of Lucas's fast food vegan chicken business, Project Pollo.
You're asking me to pay you a valuation as if you've already achieved a 10 million run rate. I'm choking on it, not the chicken. I'm choking on the valuation. I'm having a real hard time with it.
Yeah,
I got to give you $2.5 million, which is a serious chunk of change. I get basically nothing. I get a tip in equity. And as you finance, if it's not going to be debt equity, I get diluted further down. I feel like I'm getting deep fried. Like it's just, it's brutal. I can't go there. I'm out.
Appreciate that feedback.
Let me jump in as well. What you've accomplished is great, but I've got 2 problems. One, plant-based does not mean healthy.
Sure.
There's nothing healthy about what you're
Absolutely
doing,
not.
right? And to me, that's going to fall off trend very quickly. I think over the next 2 to 3 years, it's going to go the opposite direction, where plant-based and healthy have to go together. That's a challenge in my mind. That plus the valuation, I'm out.
Okay, I respect that. And I understand the healthy aspect of that. Our concept is built around accessibility and affordability for the average American.
How much does it cost?
Average
I don't think
item,
we know what a chicken sandwich costs.
Our average menu item is $6.50.
I'm gonna say, man, you know, it's so fast. It's like I got the truck. After I got the truck, we did this.
I got the building.
I thrive in chaos, and that's how I succeed. And now we're here. I think it's too much of a risk, especially for what your ask is for me. So for that reason, I'm out.
Is there a number that makes more sense to you that may not be such a high valuation that you're more comfortable making that, investment in? Listen, I'm here to make a deal with a partner. I'm not here for a commercial. I'm not here for the prime time.
Y'all, I clenched my teeth like he asked me the question personally. Like, not really, but listen, I like what Mark said. And he made a point in saying it's not particularly healthy. It's plant-based, but it's not particularly healthy. And he lost me at when he said vegan, when he said it's a soy burger. I don't like a lot of soy in my diet. But anyway, I like that Mark brought that up and pointed that out. And then he made a point in saying the future and where it's trending to is plant-based and healthy. And so I like that he pointed that out. And Kevin was just like, look, it's just not for me. But even before he said he was out, he made sure that he mentioned how fast he was going. And then the guy countered with another valuation. I don't even think it was the value. Of course, it's the valuation. He's asking for $2.5 million. I know that. But I think what Kevin spoke to, Kevin Hart, was how fast he's going. You know, I think that would just scare a lot of type of investors. So
Lucas, let me clear the field here. You remind me of the business called Tom and Sue, probably 7 years ago. They came into Shark Tank. Great guys, great operation. They had 2 stores when they came in here, a truck and a store in St. Louis. Within 2 years, they had 35. Within 4 years, they lost everything.
They're bankrupt.
They not only lost their business, they lost both houses.
How much debt did that company assume?
I'm not suggesting that be you, but they were too darn fast. Too darn fast.
So fast.
And all my buttons are going up. Okay, so the idea that you're building a business so that you could be worth a lot, and the idea that you're moving so fast, it's like the farthest thing that I could ever feel comfortable with and even go to bed at night and sleep. I wouldn't be able to do it. So for those reasons, about it.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
I really do.
And you know, I think on the one hand, I understand where your mind is going. It's like, look what I did. I was smart. I was scrappy. I went into real estate where no one else had it. So I got 10-year locked in, great rates. But you're like a tornado, right? So you don't know what's going to happen when that touches down. Because you want to keep going. The cyclone's still going. And that's scary to me. And your valuation's astronomically high. I'm out.
I get that it's high. And again, I'm looking for a partnership here.
2.5 million, too much.
Make me a deal.
Yeah, it's like too much. I mean, if you come in here for 500,000, might have worked, but not this. I'm sorry, Lucas. Thank you.
Appreciate everyone.
We're sorry.
Thank you guys for the feedback. I
Thank
hope
you for
to serve in
sharing
a city
it.
near you soon. Thank you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Well, Lucas, I think that was his name. I want to get a baby a name. So Project Pollo did not end up getting a deal with any of the sharks. Although he had some good numbers, I think his timeline was just scary. When he first just said it, it kind of took me back. And I have not watched this episode until I'm reacting with it with you now. And so to hear all the things that he had done, they hadn't even gotten real deep into his numbers, how much the chicken costs, how much it costs to make you. They hadn't really got into that. Once they heard within a little over a year, you're opening up your 11th and 12th store next week. Whoa, that's scary. Okay, I need to have a better conversation with you. What are some of I need to know the top 5 things that you've learned, the ways that you've made the mistakes, how you believe you learned from them, because it just seems like you just had success after success after success. I'm gonna need you to be able to articulate your challenges to me. That was just one of the things. And then he came in wanting $2.5 million for 5%. And as they said, that's a $50 million valuation. Goodness gracious. And he said he will break, year to date, they had $3 million on the table. And I believe he said they were going to be profitable from that. But and it was vegan chicken. I like the way that Barbara went out. She just kind of said, look, you're not the type of person that I invest in. You know, my brain will be wrecking every night about what you're doing with the money and what you're doing next week and what's the new plan, you know, and you have to give way to that. Some investors are not, you know, you got different strokes for different folks. And so I like the way she just kind of pointed out and just made it as clear as day to him, like, you're just not the type of person that I would invest in. And so I really do hope he find a partnership that can work well with what he has going on and the plans that he has for Project Pollo. And I wish him all the continued success. They didn't even get around to asking what he will use the money for. I mean, I guess you would just assume more to open up more locations. $2.5 million. Like, you need that money for what now? To open up 5 more stores? Goodness gracious. Anyway, again, my thoughts were interrupted, but I really do hope he finds the partners for him that will help take him to where he know his business needs to be. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and staying until the end. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button and become a subscriber if you like this content. And make sure you check us out for the next ones.
The sharks gave me a lot of valuable advice today. A lot of it was to slow down. I'm not taking the advice to slow down or compare me to a cyclone. I'm from Kansas. Tornadoes are in our backyard every day. We're going to explode, and we're going to continue this pattern and go all across the United States opening up Project Pollos.